Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive's Employee of the Month, 2 months in a row. Leave a message at the... Hi, Jamie. It's me, Jamie. I just had a new idea for our song about the Name Your Price tool. So when it's like, tell us what you want to pay, hey, 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 and the trombone goes, blah, 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 and you say, we'll help you find coverage options to fit your budget. Then we just all do finger snaps while a choir goes, savings coming at ya, savings coming at ya. Yes? No? Maybe? Anyway, see your practice tonight. I got new lyrics for the rap break.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Blog Talk Radio.
Well, hey, everybody. It's been a little while since I've been on the air, and you've probably missed me, haven't you? Kind of, sort of. I kind of miss the sound of my own voice on rare occasion, but I doubt it. So, hey, everybody. It's a new month. It's May, obviously. I want to do one or two quick announcements before we get Joey on the line. Want to remind everybody a couple things, which I posted up on the wall today. As to my film festival, we're still taking submissions for another month or so. Please. Youth films, short films, feature films, screenplays, you name it, I take it. Obviously, please go ahead and make sure that you get a hold of me, either on the Art is Alive Film Festival website, which is artisalivefilmfestival.yolasite.com, or on Facebook, which is, again, Art is Alive. To submit, you just go right to Film Free Film, I can't talk today, filmfreeway.com, and type in Art is Alive Film Festival. You can go right there. I've reduced the price back down again to everybody because I know you submit all year round. It's $20 for shorts, and start that again, Cindy. Screenplays are $20, youth films are $10. Anything else, whether it's a web series, a short, or a feature film, that's all going to be $25. So go to the website, like I said, submit. Go ahead and Film Freeway. We're looking forward to it. Reminding everybody in the New Jersey, New York, LA, Wisconsin, or Chicago area. I'm set to start shooting my film in the next month or two. It's called Love's Two-Way Mirror. You can find it on Facebook, of course. Looking for 2 more males, 2 more females, ages 35 to 55 that I'm casting for my film. Go ahead and get a hold of me directly on social media. Otherwise, the direct email is cin4251@gmail.com. Third of all, thanks so much to everybody who is checking in terms of the syndication. I can't thank you enough. I'm so thrilled and I'm so pleased that we're finally syndicated. We're all over the map now. I'm very excited. So thank you for all the well wishes. And most importantly, thanks to everybody that listens in, because without you, I wouldn't have a show. It's just that simple. So thanks so much. So today, real quick reminder, we're having Joey on the line right now. He's our interview for today. Tomorrow morning, Chris Harcum from New York City is on, which is a actor, filmmaker, producer, and playwright. He is on at 10 o'clock Central Standard Time tomorrow. And then, of course, on Saturday morning, I'm doing a special show at 11 o'clock Central Time, which is New York City actor and filmmaker Jimmy Provolis. I can't even pronounce it. I'll put it up. You look him up. We all know who he is. He was a co-host on my show. So without further ado, let's get Joey on the line and start talking to him. Hi, Joey.
Hey. Hey, what's up?
I'm nervous. I am so nervous right now because I've talked to Emily about you. I've researched and Googled you, and I've listened to your music. And you're a big deal, my friend. For a young man, you're doing very well.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm also with my good friend and fellow singer on Good Vibes, Marcus Amaya. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, my God. Hi, Marcus. I was just going to ask about him. So it's so cool that you're both there at the same time because I watched the videos and I've seen your Instagram pictures and I've watched you all over the place. So the two of you are kind of synonymous with one another, so to speak. So I have a question about that. The relationship between the two of you in terms of how did you guys meet and match and what made you decide to make music together?
Yeah, we were performing at a local venue called Miami Live, and we were actually outside of the venue, and he turned around and said, "Hey, nice shirt." And I was wearing a shirt with a shark logo on it at the time, and just so happens sharks are one of my favorite animals, anyways. So
cool.
Yeah, we just talking, and we instantly kind of connected. It felt like we've known each other for years or something. And I saw him perform. He saw me perform. We got each other's number, and before you knew it, we were in the studio making Good Vibes together.
That is so cool. What a neat little story. That's so awesome, as a matter of fact. Did you guys both start doing gigs and working together synonymously, meaning did you start first, or was he already in it, or how did that whole symmetry work?
We're totally independent from each other. Marcus has been performing around Fort Lauderdale. He can tell you about that. So, yeah, basically I've been performing professionally in mainly the Fort Lauderdale area, but all of Central South Florida for about 2 years now. A lot of singer-songwriter with a good vibe and a good message usually, and
and I went to go perform at the Miami Live, and that's when we met Joey, and you know, we just kind of instantly clicked, and after a while we got into the studio and we started working on you know, a couple of tracks together, and the Good Vibes track, which is like the main one that we're on together, you know, that one kind of clicked and resonated with us because, you know, we both want to spread, you know, a conscious message and a positive message and really bring, you know, unity. Yeah.
That's really cool. Now, I want to ask you about the Florida. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
No problem. I guess for me, I've just been making music now for a long time, like 9-10 years. And I've been recording a lot, and I've been trying to perfect my craft. And then, you know, there's always the side stuff, working on the performance aspects, the performance versions of songs, just getting everything together and organized. And yeah, I've been performing around locally, a lot of open mics and stuff to get myself out there, and just trying to perfect before we get big is the goal. And you know, okay. I'm happy to team with Marcus and find more gigs, because it's hard for hip hop artists, even though I am an artist, I'm a hip hop artist, to get kind of gigs around locally here. So I'm just trying to expand my portfolio and get it out to other areas besides just local South Florida area.
Actually just going to ask that question relative to the Florida market, because I deal a lot with Wisconsin, of course, where I'm from, and New York City, et cetera. And one of the things that I promote musicians, hands down, that's one of the big things. So I want to talk about that a little bit, about in terms of, you guys are not only younger, because sometimes people look at booking musicians and they're like, yeah, we want somebody who's a little bit older, a little more experienced. So talk a bit about the market there in terms of how do you guys, what's your game plan for establishing yourself, besides the obviously incredible sound you have, but getting yourself out there and getting yourself booked, because I'm guessing there's a lot of competition, and you are a bit younger, and your sound's a little bit different.
Yeah, that's true. I'll talk for myself first. You know, most of my music is hip-hop. So around here, it's a little more difficult, because if you don't play the guitar or you're not part of a band, it's definitely more difficult to book gigs. But with the help of Marcus, I'm now making my official press kit, and I'm going to be sending that out to different markets as well as local markets, just to get some experience in performing for those aspects. And then I'll let Marcus talk to you about his.
As far as my experience, as far as getting gigs, it was very I don't want to say godfathered in, but there was a lot of people. There's a lot of musicians and talent here, and they all been playing for a while. So it definitely takes a little bit to kind of develop your styles, develop your sound, and get out there and start getting some gigs. But once you get 1 and 2 and the ball is rolling, then you're kind of in, and you start making somewhat of a name for yourself in the area. And been playing a lot of gigs now, and I play acoustic guitar, and it's kind of got that reggae, surf rock, singer-songwriter vibe. It's particularly popular in this area, being as we're near the beaches and we're near a lot of the touristy areas. So, I mean, I've definitely been finding gigs and developing a name for myself, and a lot of it is just kind of networking and just kind of being there for people and showing that, that there is a community out here. We're all willing to put in the work that it takes to make it happen,
Oh, sure. I love that mentality, as a matter of fact. I like that. And I could tell right away the chemistry in watching the music videos with you guys and just seeing the stuff that you do together. First of all, the passion resonates without a doubt. And I have to ask you, Joey, I saw this note that you had posted up, and you were asked the things that are of value to you, and you mentioned automatically family, friends, and truth. Now, again, not many people I know talk like that. I talk like that a lot, and those are my 3 biggest core things. So tell me, why those 3 things? Why those most importantly? And secondly, talk a bit about how much support you have around your circle, because I imagine you gravitate a lot of attention. You look like a guy that walks in a room and everybody notices you.
Yeah, thank you, first of all. Family, friends, and truth. So I guess, I kind of feel like that's everything in life. Family is most important. And if you surround yourself with a good circle of friends, then they're basically like family to you. You know, Marcus is basically my brother from mother. And you know, it takes time. It takes time to build trust, and sometimes people come into your life for a season, and that's all they're meant to do. And then some people come in your life for a long time, and you know, that's what they're meant to do. So you keep the ones that prove with their actions, I feel, you know, in your circle, and the ones that don't, you got to let them go, because otherwise they'll bring you down.
Sure. Of course, I imagine so.
Yeah. And as far as family, friends, and the truth. So I feel like a big part of my music is I try to speak the truth, and I'm very conscious and lyrically conscious, and I try to spread the messages through the truth of what I know and what I've learned, basically, through my life, and that's what I try to do as best as I can, to spread the truth. And you know, I feel like I was given a gift to write songs and make music, and that's what I try to do. Is I try to spread the truth. I don't try to tell lies or fabricate things.
Well, and I like that you're so genuine in your songs. You talk about things that are important to people, that people need to hear. You're spreading positivity instead of talking about the negative in the world. A lot of times we talk about this. I interviewed an artist similar to yourself, and I said, when people listen to the words hip-hop, or they hear that you're a hip-hop artist, I think predominantly most people automatically will think profanity, or they'll think about over-the-top, loud, big bass sounding, all sorts of swearing, the whole 9 yards. And you're a younger guy, and you're getting your message across without having to go to that extent. Now, tell us a bit about the market as far as hip-hop these days. We've got so many new guys that are popping up out there. The sounds are different. The messages are different. They come from different places. Tell me, who influences you, and what sort of mark do you want to make on the hip-hop world?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, one of my main influencers, I would say, would be J. Cole. I like what he does. He, you know, no one denies that he kind of speaks the truth, and he tells you how it is, and he tries to relay a positive message in music. I grew up listening to a lot of Eminem. So, you know, as a white rapper, he inspired me, of course, like when I was younger. But nowadays, you know, I don't know. He's okay. the way carried himself with the whole political realm. I try to stay out of politics, because the problem with that is once you go on choose a side on politics as a musician, you're alienating yourself from fans, as you can see with Eminem, as you can see with Kanye.
Right.
You know, so I just try to tell the truth about other things. Who else influences me? I don't know. I guess a lot of local artists influence me. I have a good friend, Alexander Starr. I have a song with him called "I Got You." That's on YouTube. You can check that out. And you know, he's actually conveying a very positive message, and he's a singer locally, but he's been getting a pretty big name for himself as well. He's just super talented, super good guy, positive, curse in his music or anything like that. I'm not like that. I do curse, and I do have some profanity in my music, but it's not every word. And I just, personally, I don't like the direction that a lot of hip hop is going, because it's like basically, you know, just stand out, you know, be young and dye your hair purple and blue and have tattoos up to your face, to your neck, and and just make sure you stand out. And people it's kind of like a comedic. I feel like it's almost like a comedic element, and that's not the way that hip hop and music was meant to be. I felt like it was meant to be more for a positive message, to bring positivity and to bring a message, a true message at least, to the community, and make awareness well known of what's going on in the world.
Sure, and that's a big plus point. That's one of the major reasons why I wanted to listen to your music, because I was doing this read up on you, and you talked a lot about using positivity, having positive message, and being inspiring by using your music. That's a huge thing for me. And I was like, okay, this is cool. And then I'm not going to lie to you. I saw you, and you know who I thought of automatically was, I don't know how you're going to take this too. I'm sure you know G-Eazy, obviously. And there was news about G-Eazy today, so I'm not sure if you're going to take that as a compliment or not. But you remind me of him.
What's the news on G-Eazy?
Well, they just broke a story a couple hours ago. Not good. Definitely not good. And it made me feel bad, because I follow him. I haven't met him. I have friends that know him. But, he got arrested, of course, assault and cocaine possession. So, yeah, I was a little bummed to hear that. I was like, I like him. But you remind me of him. You remind me of him in look, in stature, the way that you talk, the way you present yourself, the direction in which you want to go in. It kind of parallels his image to a certain degree. So I was curious if you were familiar with him, or if you see any parallels yourself between yourself and him. That's first the person I thought of.
Yeah, of course I'm familiar with him, and on my RIYL recently, I put him as one of my people influences that I sound like.
Sure.
Yeah, J. Cole, G-Eazy, Eminem, maybe a little bit of Drake, Kendrick Lamar. I mean, I know G-Eazy. I've gotten a couple comparisons to him a few times. Sometimes I get like a weird to like Vanilla Ice.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't see that one. Wow. Okay. Yeah. And in your backstory, it prefaces, two different things. First of all, we want to talk about, the first time most musicians can remember the first place they performed, when they started getting the itch as far as this goes. And I know that I read the story about you did some performance, you did a tryout or an audition at a mall, actually, which is kind of unusual because I don't get a lot of people who've done that before. So really, I guess the bigger question I want to ask you is what is it about music and performing? What's the one thing that drives you that you're like, I want to do this, I get excited about doing it? What is it about music? Why not art? Why not writing? Why not something else? Why this?
What is it about music that drives me? I feel like music is more powerful than anything in the world. Like when you have a song that fits and resonates with people, and it just takes away stress and pain. And like without music, can you imagine not going like a week without music? It's like your cell phone, right? You need it.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess it's that plus like I feel like that's what I'm good at. I'm not good at drawing. I'm not good at a lot of things. I'm good at writing and recording and rapping and performing, but some of these other stuff I'm not. I couldn't do. I'm also good at basketball, but I'm not going pro. No,
I get it.
But music inspires me. We've all had tough times in our lives. I had 2 surgeries on my wrists. I had to get back to back. I had to get surgery 6 months apart. I had a tear in my wrist and both after like a weightlifting incident. I tore both of my T ligaments in my wrist, and a couple other ligaments as well. So when I saw the doctor, she's like, I was dealing with a lot of pain. And during my pain and my struggles, like I still had music, and I could still basically write enough, and I still kept with it because that's what I feel like my purpose is. And, while I was going through surgery, the rehabs, the mental draining aspect of finding doctors that didn't really know what to do as far as my injuries were concerned, I always had music, and that's something that helped me push through. And I feel like I was given a gift, so I keep going at it, and that's really what inspires me. And this is my gift, and I'm supposed to share it with the world.
That's very cool, as a matter of fact. And what's neat about him, folks, is not only are you just a musician, not that there is such a thing as just a musician, but you're an educated fellow, meaning that you went to school, obviously got your college degree, which not everybody gets a chance to do, clearly. So I want to ask you, is there ever a point in time where you think you'll ever fall back on that and maybe do music and want to do something independent of music, meaning using your degree, et cetera? Because some people do both,
Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty skilled organizationally, and when I want to get something done, I can get it done. As far as me and Marcus were talking about event planning and coordinating for different events, and we just get more connected as we go. We get more connected with meeting certain people, and and we might want to go in that aspect as well. It all kind of ties together. So if I don't make it as a big time like hip hop artist, I would still be a songwriter. I would still maybe manage other artists, or there's a lot of things that I've learned in the music business, and we can't get it confused that this is a business. That we have certain connections and certain things we learned, that we know the tools now to teach others and to help others live their passion and live their dream.
Oh, you betcha, without a doubt. And what's cool about that is you get the best of both worlds, clearly, because I imagine even with performing, now because you're a little bit younger, does it take as much time to rehearse and practice before you go and do a gig, et cetera? Because I'm guessing you're pretty fresh and excited. How much prep time is involved before you go out and perform in public?
It depends, I guess. It all depends, right? I mean, if it's a long performance versus a short performance, you still need to prepare. Luckily for me, as like a hip hop artist, like I don't need as much preparation, I would say, as like a band or what Marcus basically has to do.
Sure.
You know, when you bring a lot of instruments and everything to the table, it's a lot more preparation. But for me, I just need to know my songs. I need to know myself and know my stage presence, and bring my mic, my gear, my small amount of gear, my microphone, make sure everything sounds good. And the longer the performance, the longer I need to know my songs, which I'm still working at. We've recorded a lot of songs recently. I've been working a lot on the craft, so I need to learn all these recent songs more. But as far as preparation, man, we're so busy a lot of times. Like we don't even have time a lot to rehearse. It's like, oh, we got to do this on the computer, or upload this, or post that. Like a lot of it is social media, and
sure,
it's crazy. But for me personally, a lot of it is like the music part is not the hard part. It's getting yourself out there and like posting and doing all the computer work, like all the BS of that you got to do, pretty much.
Oh, I know. I get it. It's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of promotion.
There's BS in everything,
It
doesn't matter what.
It's so much work. Well, right, and it depends. No matter what you're in, you have to have your name out there. You have to get yourself established and all that good stuff. But I saw your numbers. I mean, you've got some nice numbers on YouTube. Some of the views that you've had on there are significant in terms of 5 digits and people watching your work, which is a sign of something. And, folks, in case you didn't know, of course, he had appeared on America's Got Talent. Now, I like to talk about that show because not everybody gets a chance. You can all audition, et cetera. But clearly, when you're going to that platform, you've got something. You believe that you've really got that something. So if I were to ask you, let's say somebody's listening right now and they're coming to Florida or they're in Florida, why should they come and see Joey versus going to see any other artist that's out there? What do you bring to the table that somebody else does not?
Okay. Yeah, I feel like when you hear me, lyrically, you stop and you want to hear every word. That's what I'm hoping, at least. And every sentence I say and everything that I say has meaning to it. And it's catchy, sounds good. I'm hoping that I resonate with people. And usually there's a message at the end that's for a positive message that necessarily isn't really in hip-hop nowadays. A lot of people just talking crap and saying something that sounds kind of cool, but I feel like I do both. I sound cool, but I'm saying something that you can relate to and that you might like to hear. Or if you don't like to hear it, it's the truth, at least.
Nicely put. Yeah, because, there's all sorts of opportunities to go out and see live music, but I always am like, you have to define yourself. You have to let your audience know what dynamic you have, what you bring to the table that somebody else doesn't. First of all, he's got an incredible sound. Second of all, there's actual meaning to the stuff that you're saying. Third of all, I love the fact that you've got the charity angle, the two different things, because I saw recently, of course, you were involved with an event that helps stop human trafficking and, of course, the benefits at the, high school, the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School.
Yep.
And you also volunteer for Be Great. Now, I want to ask you about that particular, just so you folks know that are listening in. Be Great, of course, is an organization where he is mentoring artists that have cognitive disabilities. And as I understand it, I did some research here, and it looks like that those that have those sort of disabilities, hip-hop is actually geared to helping people like that, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm guessing you have a lot of success in working with these folks. And what made you want to align yourself with Be Great? How'd that happen?
Well, Alexander Starr, my good friend and the guy I have one of my singles, I Got You With, kind of introduced me to one of their performances a couple years ago, and I performed for one of their events, and then I performed for another one, and more recently I asked them about volunteering or doing some kind of event to help the kids that go to their events or that are part of the organization. So we were talking about doing a songwriting workshop for the kids, and just kind of listening to everything they have to say and kind of teaching them and or helping them with their songs, and just helping out people that need it or that want to be an artist, or kids that have certain mental struggles or physical struggles. And like music has always been there for me. Also, when I was a kid, I was told, believe it or not, that I had a slight touch of Asperger's syndrome, and like
really?
that fazed me a lot going into elementary school. So when I was young, I was taking speech classes till middle school because I couldn't pronounce certain words, and like it was hard for me to pronounce L and R and THs at the end, and instead of with, I would say whiff, and all this stuff I had to learn. It took me years to learn, and finally, I think towards the beginning of middle school, finally, I was able, my language is okay. I was socially okay because I met good friends, which that resonates for friends and family. That really got me socially out of basically like stare mode. I was very observant, but I was very non-social, very shy as a kid. And I guess all that has brought me to the point where, combination with that, with the surgeries and the risk issues I have, I still fight, and I force myself to do what I'm supposed to do. And helping others is a big part of me, and Marcus especially, our cause and our purpose. And, Marcus really was behind the No More Tears event, which is to help the
victims of human trafficking.
Human sex trafficking.
So basically with that, I'm very community oriented and very driven when it comes to a lot of the music that I make personally and some of the mark that I'm trying to leave. And both of my parents had drug addiction problems, and I kind of grew up on my own, from like 15 or so. And I had a lot of people just like, had friends and people that, showed up, and that's why, community and friends and even if they're not like blood related, like your friends, like Joey said, can be your family. It just depends on how you treat other people. So later on, I found out that my mom was a victim of human trafficking later on in life, and to certain degrees, not crazy, but to certain degrees, and it's actually a big epidemic here in South Florida, huge, and we're actually number 3 in the nation for human trafficking cases. And so I wrote a single called Stranger Eyes, which I just released on YouTube, and that single deals with bringing awareness to the human trafficking epidemic. And from that, I partnered with another artist his name is Johan Dano, and we were able to line up with No More Tears, which is an organization that helps human trafficking, and they've saved about 20,000 people through their efforts. And so we made a benefit concert for them, and Joey came out, and we're still spreading the good vibes message. So also part of Douglas. Yeah, I was also part of another event for the Stoneman Douglas shooting that was down here over at the Revolution Live, hosted it.
Right.
And so we had Joey out for that.
Yeah, there was a lot of money they made for the proceeds to go towards the shooting of the students.
I think like $50K or something like that.
Yeah, they made a lot of money.
Wow.
We're just happy to be a part of it and help any way we can.
So like basically,
That's awesome.
I do a lot of organizing. Like I organized the benefit to help the victims of Puerto Rico during the hurricane last year, which Joey was a part of as well. And then also did like a sea turtle benefit to help some of the sea turtle efforts here in South Florida. So just, very like community driven, and we like to do stuff that really makes an impact, and just stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
That's very cool. Very impressive, as a matter of fact, I have to say. And clearly, just because you guys are artists and musicians doesn't mean that you're not real-life people. First of all, I'm about shameless promotion, so I was creeping on you, and I noticed your sister has a line called Real Wood Accessories. So I'm like, since we're already on the radio, maybe we should do some shameless promotion. Do you want to tell the folks what your sister's line is all about? Because I'm sure she could probably use the big push-up, I'm guessing.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
On your wall, you have a posting up for Real Wood Accessories.
I do.
You do? It's my job to know these things. Yeah, normally when I research somebody, I'll look at you, I'll look at your website, I'll look at your music, I'll listen to it, all that stuff. And then when I want to get a personal feel for you, I'll go down the wall and I'll look at this stuff. And you have something posted online. It's a company called Real Wood Accessories.
Huh. I honestly don't.
It's true.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Do you know? That I think is one of my buddy Eric's. I think that's like his sister's.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh,
I apologize. Okay. I'm like, oh my God.
No, that's okay. But hey,
because here I'm thinking,
out, right?
well, right? Because I'm thinking, this is his sister.
Eric.
Let's give a shout out to this girl. Darn it. Well, I'm sorry. Okay, well, whoever you are, Real Wood Accessories, you just got your shout out. That's awesome. So I want to talk about you in terms of personal side of things, because obviously you're not music 24/7. So first of all, I have to tell you that you probably possess the biggest cat I've ever seen in my entire life. I was like creeping on you, and I'm like, oh my God. I assume that Sneezy is, or is it Sneakers?
Sneakers? Yeah.
Yeah.
You said the cutest cat or the biggest cat?
The biggest cat I've ever seen. Oh my God! Have you looked at that thing? Huge.
I don't think we're talking about the right cat, but I do have a cat named Sneakers, and unfortunately I did have a cat named Bonkers. I think you might be talking about Bonkers. Maybe you got them confused because they do look like.
Yeah.
Bonkers was a very big cat, yeah, and unfortunately
oh my
he passed
God, it was
away.
like huge. Oh no.
Yeah, pretty big.
Well, and the thing is,
yeah.
I'm curious because you guys are young. And, of course, whenever I post my stuff up, you've got everybody and their uncle all over the wall looking at stuff. So, of course, all the girls want to know, is that guy single because he's cute and he can perform and da-da-da-da-da? So I have to ask the obvious question, boys, if you guys are single and mingling because you're young and obviously you're career-focused, etc. So when you have, like, 5 minutes of free time, what would we find Joey doing? I mean, what are the things that you enjoy doing? Do you even have time to do a whole lot? Because you're building a career. You know what I mean?
You want to start with this one, Marcus? Oh, well, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I have a girlfriend right now. We've been dating for a little while. So, but yeah, I mean, honestly, you know, we are both very creative people, and so we find ourselves organizing a lot of like things together and doing like fun, artistic, like music-driven stuff. So we try to find like events in the community or like, you know, fairs or concerts and, you know, cool stuff like that. Plus the beach is here. I love to just, like, chill on the beach and, like, you know, feel the salt air and just kind of, like, I don't know, there's something about, like, jumping in the water, like, kind of, like, cleanses you almost. Like the salt kind of, like, cleans your pores. I don't know. Nice in the sun. Yeah, and the sun and everything. So, yeah, I mean, that's the kind of stuff I like to do. Yeah. As far as I go, you know, I feel like it's not fair for me to have a girlfriend, I guess, at this point. Plus, I just haven't met anybody who, like, I guess can adapt to my lifestyle perfectly. My time is super busy. I'm not going to lie, like, at least half the day is computer work, a lot of times more, or it's just, you know, on to the next creative step or writing or whatever it is. There's a lot of different things that go on throughout the day for me, and it's not like a normal 9 to 5 where I can come home and then, you know, relax with the wifey. You know, they kind of have to understand that.
Sure.
And right now I'm single, and you know, if the right girl came along, I would definitely, you know, give her a chance and kind of see how things go, and you know, and if she can adapt to my lifestyle, if I can adapt to hers, like I'm not opposed to it. But my first goal and first priority right now is music. So I don't know if it's fair because I know a lot of girls need a lot of attention, and you know, that's just
imagine
how it
that.
is, right? Imagine that, right?
I get it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a girl. I know.
As a girl,
but I had to ask.
But,
well, you know, you have to ask that question because you don't know. Because you know, when a guy is young, and especially when you're getting a lot of attention, it's obvious that you assume that you've got tons of women coming to your concerts. They're paying attention to you all the time, of course, because you know you have a stage presence. Not to mention the fact you're not ugly. Clearly, I mean, you're my son's age, and I'm like, oh my God, I have a very handsome son, so I'm partial. But you know what I mean? It's just one of those things. It's the persona. It's you being a performer. It's how you look. It's how you dress. You know, the message you're getting across. I imagine that makes you very popular, which is why I wonder, I'm like, you're not going to have too much problems with success. It's not that you're just a pretty face or that you just have this message. It's the whole combination of factors, I think, that put together are really super cool, actually. And the combination of the two of you, it's almost like you're a band already. I mean, legitimately, you know what I mean? Obviously, I know your name's on this, but you conglomerate very well together, and it's very impressive. And you both speak very well. I mean, you're not coming on acting like you're 12. You'd be surprised. With younger people, you just don't know. Which brings me to the song. I'm excited because I've listened to a bunch of your songs off of YouTube, but of course you sent me Good Vibes. So I want you to, before I play it, tell your listening audience where this song came from, meaning how did you end up creating this? I assume you wrote it, obviously, or you wrote it together. Tell us a bit about the song before you play it.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, we met at a local gig at Miami Live, and then we got together and said, hey, let's go to the studio and see what we could do. So we went to my studio. Shout out Ash Grayson Studios. Shout out Ash Grayson. And we started to come up with you know, the concept idea. Well, what do you guys want to write about? What do you guys want to talk about? And you know, we're just so, I guess when we're together, it's just so positive and everything's like smiling. And Marcus just started playing the guitar, and like almost like right away we were just like talking about good vibes, and Marcus kind of started singing a hook idea.
Sure.
And you know,
yeah, I mean, we just you know felt the vibe, and the vibe was good, and you know, from the hook, then Joey started laying down some lyrics, and you know, since you know my primary instrument is the guitar, that's kind of like I was just playing the guitar, and so we were able to record that, and Ash
Sure.
was able to, you know, kind of, as a producer, it's, you know, really important to, you know, feel your client, so to speak, or your artist that you're with, and get everything out of them into the computer and into the program so that it can, you know, really show. And he did a great job. He put his flair on it, and we put the guitars down, and we started laying down the lyrics, and it was just a song that was, you know, definitely meant to be a positive song and a unifying song that, like, no matter where you come from, what you do, you know, we're always down to have a good time. Yeah. And as long as the good times are kicking, we're more than happy to keep it rolling, you know.
Yeah, and we also, you know, one of the important messages also, you know, right away Marcus says, no, we're never saying goodbye, especially when we got good vibes. So, you know, never give up on life, never give up on your dreams, whatever you want to do. And then the rest is history, positivity to infinity and beyond.
Awesome. And I don't want to forget to remind you folks, if you haven't looked at the music video, because I watched it, and then I watched it again because I was like, did I catch that? It's just fun, and it's lighthearted, and it's cool, and it's funny, and I'm like, this is just awesome. How long did that, how long was the video shoot? It looks like it was just like, hey, we had a great party, let's get the camera in here, and here we go, you know?
That was a long time. Me and Marcus and Colton Visuals sat down, we started planning it, and then it took, I want to say, 2 months to really shoot it?
I would say it was about 2 months of planning.
Yeah.
And a
really?
day of shooting.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Usually on some of those music videos like that, it's definitely a lot of planning, especially when it's a low budget, you know, and it's because me and Joey produced it together. We got all the extras, we got all the supplies, the props, and, you know, with the help of, you know, Colton at Colton Visuals, he was able to come in and do the shoot, and, you know, we got our friends to help us out, and it turned out to be a really cool day and a really fun experience overall, and I really want to shout out also everybody who was a part of that as well, because shout out to the
That's really cool. That's neat. All right, well, I'm going to let them be quiet, and we be quiet for 3 minutes, and I'm going to play this song, because you really want to listen to them. So this is called Good Vibes.
one's for the people, we don't need Live Nation. Put one in the air, rotation. Yeah, that's just how we do around here. I'm talking good vibrations. And it be like that, Puff, puff, pass, take 2 hits and I give it right back. My friends are blessing, nothing but the best, no exceptions. Gotta keep it real from my perspective, true. It's all about the company you keep. Know what I'm saying? I'm headed east, bonfire on the beach, that's what I'm saying. Nostalgic moments, I reminisce. Looking up at the stars, glowing different but coexist. Like humanity should. To my people being vain, no vanity's good. We all bleeding out the same, out the vein. Bad vibes, please refrain. Okay? Yeah.
No one never saying goodbye, especially when we got good vibes. Yeah, girl, you know you're my type. I'm just living my life, every moment like a highlight. No one never saying goodbye, especially when we got good vibes. Yeah, girl, you know you're my type. I'm just living my life, every moment like a highlight.
Focus on the positive, don't worry about the negative. Music hit the soul, numb your pain like a sedative. Is everybody vibing to the music? Hell yeah, it's good vibes, I can tell by the forecast. Positivity to infinity and beyond. Got the grass at the greenhouse, yeah, we growing like a lawn. With the truest, the newest, don't make it to the party. Good high stay when the music play, that's Bob Marley. I'm talking good vibrations, and it be like that. Puff, puff, pass, take 2 hits and I give it right back. We party hard, there's only one life to live. Got all my love to give, I give it through my lips. Speaking to you while I let my light shine bright. In the limelight, don't I rhyme tight, time's right. And timing is everything, ain't it though? Use it for music, good for the soul.
No one never saying goodbye, especially when we got good vibes. Yeah, girl, you know you're my type. I'm just living my life, every moment like a highlight. No one never saying goodbye, especially when we got good vibes. Yeah, girl, you know you're my type. I'm just living my life, every moment like a highlight.
See what I mean? It's just an absolutely awesome song, and summer's coming, so I'm like, it makes you think about summer. It makes you think about having a positive attitude, surrounding yourself with good people. I was creeping, and I did look, but I don't see anything. So do we have something upcoming down the pike? Like, let's say people are listening today, and they're going to be coming to visit. Is there a place where they can see you perform or play, or have you looked up or hooked up, I should say, with future events yet? Anything that we can promote?
Yeah, and what's the island called? It's called.
So basically, my buddies of mine are organizing this vintage island party.
Yeah,
and it's over off of Place Picnic Island in Miami.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's got like this pirates and Indians kind of theme. So it should be a really cool event. That's kind of a cooler, bigger event than me and Joe are going to be in. I have, throughout Fort Lauderdale and South Florida, which, you can find on a couple of my Instagram pages and my website and stuff that I usually post where I'm going to be at. But I'll be at YOLO tonight if anybody wants to come out to YOLO.
Yeah, Marcus performs YOLO. YOLO every Thursday.
Every other Thursday.
Yeah.
And at Anthony's Coal Fire Pizza every Friday.
Yeah, YOLO's a good.
And Southport Raw Bar every other Monday.
As far as I go, I'm definitely performing with that event for that like private island event. It seems really cool.
Wow.
It's in Miami at Picnic Island or
Picnic Island.
They call it Picnic Island. So you have to take a boat over there.
Yeah. You gotta purchase your ticket, and then with the ticket that includes the boat ride to the island. You go to the island, and basically it's an all night thing. So basically music from just before sunset to sunrise.
Yeah, it's
you can kind of like hang out, pitch a small tent, or
what is it called? An Eventbrite.
What is it called?
Hold on one second. I'm gonna find out what it's called exactly on Eventbrite.
Sure.
Right here. Eventbrite.com/shipwreck.
Yeah, Shipwreck Island Party. So if you go onto Eventbrite and look up Shipwreck Island Party, you guys can find tickets.
That sounds so cool.
Right now, I think they're $30, and they're going to go up to $50 in a couple of weeks for the tickets because it actually can't hold. It can hold a lot of people on the island, no problem. But as far as like near the stage, it's going to be, I think, like 100 or less people, and it's going to be a really cool event.
So it's like it's got like that flair of like a music festival, but it's like more into.
Yeah, and also right now we're coming up with a few different products and merchandise line that we're going to be releasing soon. One of the things that we're dabbling into is CBD water and CBD products.
Okay. I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, Diamond CBD. Me and the owner are very good connections now and good friends, and he asked me to be a part of a couple of the products that they're going to be launching, and so we're gonna talk more about that. It's kind of brand new, but we're gonna launch products with that CBD water and some other CBD products. If you do go to diamondcbd.com, I can give you guys a link, and if you guys use my link, you get 35% off of any products from Diamond CBD.
Nice.
And it's a good percent. And they do a lot of, CBD is meant, not THC, but it's meant for more healing, calming properties. They have creams and they have oils, tinctures, and it's perfectly legal, and even kids could take it. So, there's nothing, it's not like THC, which is illegal in some states.
Yes, illegal in some states, correct.
But yeah, we have a lot of good things in the works, and we're just blessed and hopeful, and that everything keeps going well.
That's awesome. Absolutely. And the reason I asked it is because I'm due. What's that?
Oh, I was just agreeing with Joey's statement.
I gotcha. Well, I asked because Emily, we have a mutual friend. I interviewed Emily Taffel on my show, of course, of Muggsy PR, which we absolutely love her. And Joey and I have a mutual friend in her, obviously. And so when I was interviewing Emily, I asked about Joey because I was like, who's that guy? And she's like, oh, he's not one of my clients. He's just a friend of mine, and which led me to talking about the music, which, of course, led me to say I want to have this guy on my show. So she's bugging me every other week because I'm in Wisconsin. I go to New York for work a lot, and so I never get to Florida. And she's like, you have to come here. So my hope was if you said you were performing sometime, then when Emily and I got together, we could spend the day together, and then we could come and watch you perform. So that's why I'm trying to hook up me and you and her all at the same time. That's why I asked. I'm like, if you got something coming up, then we could all be there at once.
Yeah, by the time you get here, I'm hoping that we'll have a lot of stuff. But yeah, we'll have some.
Okay,
we'll
cool.
have something on.
I'm sure you will, and it'll be a little while. Yeah, it'll be a bit, but I'll get there. I promise.
The island event is June 23rd. The island event is June 23rd, so that could work.
Okay. That could easily work. I'll have to talk to Emily about it, and I have to see how my movie is going because we have to work on that first. So now. I want to do a couple things here. First of all, I'm going to read off all the various places to find you. And when I get done, I want you just to remind me and make sure that I didn't forget anything, okay? So I'm going to read off all this and then let me know.
Can I say something real quick as well?
Of course.
So I also want to say that I am also through a website called soundbetter.com, and recently I had somebody that hired me to do a couple of songs for them that they wrote roughly, and that basically they wanted their music to come to life. And through that, I actually provided 2 different songs to him. And so if you're not necessarily an artist, but you have some music or something that you want to make into music, we can also help with that. So we basically took his 2 songs that he did, and we made it into what he wanted, which is really awesome music, hip-hop. And I also got a singer on to sing the chorus. So, yeah, I mean, it was a little bit of a budget for him. He had to pay for studio time, which everyone does.
Sure.
He had to pay me as an
Of course.
artist. He had to pay the singer for the chorus. But at the end of the day, he has a couple of products, and now, you know, he wants to shoot a music video with me, which I'm open to.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I
Okay.
just want to say that we can help other people as well through soundbetter.com. You can look me up, you know, Jay Sexton, J space Sexton, like J. Cole, but Jay Sexton. And,
Right.
you know, soundbetter.com, and that's another way to get music, even if you're not necessarily a musician or an artist, but you have some kind of ideas in mind and you want to put together to make music, we can help you out with that.
That
Or
is
just
so
contact
cool.
me directly.
Thank you for entering that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Awesome. All right.
Thank
Let
you.
me just read through these. The website is jsextonmusic.com, and just so you guys know, the last name is spelled Sexton. And you can find all the following places. He is on Instagram with the same name. He is on Twitter, which is at Sexton Music. He has a Facebook page. He is on YouTube, SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Media, and Amazon. Did I miss anything?
Yep.
Oh, yes, as you mentioned, soundbetter.com.
Soundbetter.com. I mean, the basic thing is that if you type in Jay Sexton Music, like again, not
Right.
Jay, just Jay, because short for Joey, Jay Sexton
Got it.
Music anywhere, jsextonmusic.com, and all social media, you'll find me. YouTube doesn't matter. And then if you type in J space Sexton, Jay Sexton on Spotify, Apple Music, you can check out the Good Vibes EP, which is a short album, 5 songs, starting with Good Vibes, our song, and our music video, you know, Jay Sexton, Marcus Amaya, Good Vibes on YouTube.
That's awesome. Look at that. That's cool. Now, to wrap up the show, there's a couple quick things we have to do business-wise. First of all, I want to let you guys know in about 2 hours or so, I'll send you over both the archive link from Blog Talk Radio, and then this goes onto my YouTube channel, so people can go back and listen to it all year round. It'll be there the whole 9 yards. Anytime you want to go back and listen to it or have somebody listen to it. Second of all, I'm always big on giving surprises on the show. So there are some things that I want to offer because, well, I can. And that's the cool part of having a radio show when it crosses over to other stuff. I can offer other stuff. I went through your catalog of stuff, and if you guys are willing or if you want to put your heads together and send me, assuming you have this, I am shooting a movie soon, and it's all about the various ways that humans show the words I love you. So if you find that you have something that applies and you want me to use it in the course of the film, you can let me know. I'm not shooting for a couple months, etc. And I always like to use independent performers and musicians because it's a great way to get your word out there. And it's easy. It goes right into the film. So if you guys find that you have something that you want to do, let me know on that. And second of all, I consider the idea of, and we can talk about this when I come to Florida, I do entertainment PR, you know, similar to Emily, but not the same. And one of my clients is the youngest daughter of Ray Charles, Robin Charles. And I like to see her duetting with other people. So I thought I'd throw the idea out there. If we all are in Florida at the exact same time, it would be cool to kind of put all you in a room together and see if anything comes together.
Yeah, I mean, definitely open to that. As long as she's good, no worries. We can definitely get her in a room.
She's phenomenal. I'm always surrounded by phenomenal musicians.
I'm sure she's good, but yeah, I mean, we can definitely get in.
Ray Charles is the man.
Get her in the studio and and just organize it ahead of time. You know, as long as we can put it on our calendar. And then the first
you betcha.
thing
And
was,
of course,
you said the first thing you said was a movie about love.
Yeah, I'm doing a movie called Love's Two-Way Mirror. So it's all the various ways that humans show the words I love you. So I've been collecting music from New York City musicians and Wisconsin musicians. And so a lot of the people that I have in my film right now for music are not only veteran musicians, but they're also new up-and-coming musicians or musicians that want exposure. So whenever I have a musician come on, I say to them, hey, if you have written something or put something together that is relative to love in any form or various ways of saying I love you, however that looks, and you want it used, don't hesitate to approach me because I can certainly put it in the mix for my film.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that sounds like a good idea, right? Yeah, we have.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and keep it on your radar. It doesn't have to happen today, but if it does, the option is there.
No, it sounds good to me. Sounds cool.
That's awesome. Well, I cannot thank you both, because I didn't realize that you were both coming on the show, but I cannot thank you enough for coming on and making this appearance. Please make sure that you stay in touch with me. Send me some dates for June and July, because I am going to try to get out to Florida, because Emily's been bugging me about that, and I want to go and see her. So stay in touch. If you have something else you want to promote, come on the show anytime, but I definitely would like to come and see you guys play in person. And I suggest everybody listening in goes and sees them play in Florida as well.
Yeah, and definitely check out the Good Vibes music video, Jay Sexton and Marcus and Maya.
Without a doubt. Exactly. All right, fellas, I'll be in touch.
Hope Emily's listening.
Have a great day, guys.
Emily?
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, guys. See ya. He's terrific, isn't he? Super, super nice guy. Again, that was both Joey and Marcus as well. Joey and his name Sexton, of course. And again, all the ways to find him are he has a website, jsextonmusic.com, soundbetter.com, which he had prefaced earlier in the conversation. He is on Facebook. He is on Twitter at Sexton Music. He is on Instagram, jsextonmusic, and all the other places such as his YouTube channel, Amazon, SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play Music. Don't forget that he mentioned going to everbright.com and checking out, I believe it is the boat Shipwrecked. That's the name of it. Go ahead and check it out. And he also, of course, prefaced the June 23rd appearance, which likely Cindy could go to because I will be childless. They will be on vacation, sadly. So definitely go ahead and check out all of that stuff, and especially go to the website. Do check it out. Good Vibes is the name of the song that was played today. Phenomenal young artistry, very inspiring, very motivated by their passion and purpose. Absolutely. So thanks so much to Joey, to Marcus, and of course, before I forget, Emily Taffel of Muggsy PR. Why do we want to support her? Besides the fact that she's absolutely lovely, professional, hardworking, wonderful, and just so honest and genuine. She's just an amazing human being. I can't even tell you how grateful I am that the stars have aligned and her and I have met each other. So for all of your PR needs, MuggsyPR.com. She's also on Twitter at MuggsyPR, and obviously, of course, on Facebook as well. So please check her out. And Emily, big hug. Big thank you and a big I love you for sending joy to my show. So before I forget, don't forget, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, Chris Harcum is coming on, New York City playwright, as well as a director and producer and just magnificent award winner. Do join us tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Time. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow.